Hi, this is Chris from the Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from Political Voices Network.
Oh, dear God.
Yeah.
The sheriff.
Yeah.
Renewing our faith in humanity for maybe a brief second.
Renewing my faith in Texas.
From the,
Yeah.
What's that? I know. From the
Yeah.
despicable Greg. I don't even know what to say anymore, Jody, about just people as human beings, Republican, Democrat. I'm sorry. I know it seems divisive and partisan. Republicans just have a way of being uniformly awful.
Yes.
And
They're
hateful.
Ds.
Yeah.
There's a dead little, is he 8 or 9? And, you know,
He's a baby.
Who were slaughtered.
Yeah.
And Greg Abbott calls them illegals in a statement about their about them being slaughtered in America. So not only did their dreams of America die, they died because we are,
Gun crazy.
insane. Yes, thank you, Jody. Anyway, I just think there's no new level of despicable, and then it's just to call human beings, and you can't even in their death use undocumented.
I know.
You couldn't just. You gotta
Human.
I mean, you can feel like the bloodlust, like, oh, the shooter's illegal. Now we have our issue for this shooting, rather than that, it is so
But
easy.
it's legal no matter where you're from to have a gun in Texas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whether you're
Yeah.
a U.S. national
They
or
don't
not.
want to stop anybody from getting a gun.
Yeah.
So to pretend like, oh, well.
Their immigration status had nothing to do with
It
it.
literally has nothing to do with it.
Yeah. No, exactly. I was looking for my Republicans, they really are awful T-shirt I can find. So
Is
I just
that-
want one of my many March for Our Lives gun violence shirts.
Is that why
Do
you
you have
were
any
down
gun
here?
violence shirts? Yes, I just got here seconds ago.
You
Yes, you did. You barely made it in time.
Yes, you did.
When I'm still getting dressed on air, people watching on Free Speech TV, just getting my watch on, my earrings. Hi, good
on.
morning.
Yeah. Bless your heart.
Jody Hamilton's here for Travis all week. Hooray!
Yay.
So everything's automatically better.
Yeah.
And
And Charlie will be here later on.
Charlie Pierce coming up. Also, I have to say, just on this same subject, a couple of letters. Julie in Seattle says, Steph, I just watched Fred Gutenberg, author of the new book American Carnage, shared these astounding, not so fun gun facts. The number of guns in this country has doubled over the last 20 years. 25% of the guns sold in those years were AR-15s. Most American households, I think he said almost 70%, do not own guns. 6% of Americans own 2/3 of all the guns. These super owners are the political force behind the NRA and the gun lobby. Fred and his co-author were optimistic about the political moment. The refuge of that could never happen to me is no longer viable. Everyone knows it could happen to them, to their kids, their spouse, their friends. They emphasize the political majority already favors most of the reforms being proposed. Has Fred ever been on the show before? Yes. And anyway, they're promoting a book. Maybe they'd come on your show. Yes, Fred
You
is
should
booked.
say that for tomorrow.
Yes.
There you go.
Fred reached out to me, and yes, Fred is always welcome. And I'm like Nicole Wallace. I think she said to him, "You never not make me cry."
Right.
Yeah.
It's just, there's something about when I first met him at Politicon. There's something about his eyes. They're just so beautiful and soulful. But you just see the pain just never goes away, Jody.
course not.
You see the pain despite the good fight he's fighting. And anyway, so yes, Fred is Fred tomorrow. I'm sorry,
Fred is tomorrow.
Fred's tomorrow. Yeah. He's been on TV. And again, it's just these figures, Jody. There's no way that we are literally and in some cases physically being held hostage by this tiny segment of gun nuts. I mean, 70% of us don't even own guns. Know the statistics that we are more likely to be killed by a gun if we have one. There's such a horse these statistics that I can't even remember what tiny percentage of home invasions have ever been stopped by someone with a gun.
They have the element of surprise.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. This one, Chris, for you and I, Judy in Chicago says, Steph and crew, perhaps when you and Chris were living in Chicago, you were familiar with a wonderful local DJ named Terry Hemmert who worked at the rock station. I absolutely was. She's great. Terry's a legend in Chicago. Yes, she is. If possible, please give her a shout out or some words of encouragement. She was traumatized by nearly being shot while dining with friends who were celebrating her birthday at a New Orleans restaurant last Friday night. One woman at her party received a bullet in the back and now is in stable condition. During the same violent event, a young waiter was murdered while serving tables. This gun violence must end. I mean, we're all going to know somebody at some point, right?
Well, a friend of mine knew somebody that was shot in Vegas.
Yeah.
She survived, but it was bad.
Yeah. It's so funny. I'm done with, for now, Grey's Anatomy.
Right.
Well, till Thursday.
Do you know how my sphincter's been snapped shut ever since Chris said, "Oh, have you gotten to how Meredith leaves?" And I was like, "What?" And then it turns out she just goes to do Alzheimer's research. She's fine. And gets a school for her gifted child. Oh,
He just
my
likes to
sphincter.
mess
I
with
haven't
you.
taken a poop in weeks because of you. Anyway, but it's interesting, Jody. They're covering women dying post
yeah.
Roe v. Wade. They're covering non-binary people, and then the gun violence.
Yeah.
And I think it was the Owen, the character, just said, "I'm so tired," because he was talking to a gunshot victim. He's like, "Me too." He said, "We're all of us at some point are going to be gunshot, massacre survivors or not." And it's just how exhausted he is, that it just never changes. He said, while we're saving this guy, he said 2 more shootings just happened, and it's anyway, we'll talk to Fred about that tomorrow, but I just can't, every time I hear, I just can't even begin to imagine his pain and how
same.
it just keeps getting dredged up
Yeah.
over and over and over. And then he tries to help other people, as a lot of parents do. And it's,
He dives right into the fight every single
does.
time.
Yeah,
And
he does.
that takes, I don't know that I would have that much
yeah.
fortitude to do that.
Yeah. No, me neither. But anyway, I thought, aren't they the ones always telling us, like, oh, that's too soon. Don't talk about that. You're politicizing
It's
it.
every
like,
day.
It's like, really, in a statement about someone dying hours ago, you called human beings illegals? I mean, that's not politicizing the issue. I mean, it's
Well, and it happens every single day right now in
Yeah.
this country. So it's never too soon.
Yeah. And, it's interesting. Fred actually said the thing on TV about, this is not who we are. And, I keep saying, like, yes, it is.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
until we change it,
unfortunately.
yes, it's exactly who we are. But it is, of all people, him being hopeful has got to hopefully give us some hope, because, I think he has hope in these same kids we do. The, March for Our Lives kids, and the Justins, and the, Malcolm Frost, and these kids that, are just hopefully going to help us all say enough. We don't want our kids traumatized by active shooter drills and shooters every single day in America.
Right.
Okay. Well, that was a cheery opening segment,
Yeah,
wasn't
thanks.
it?
I feel
Good
much
morning.
better now.
Good morning.
Yeah, hi.
We need some fart jokes. Do
Yeah.
Oh, I do. Hang on.
you have fart stack?
This is why Chris gives me fun stacks.
I do. I do my best. I try to give you fun stack.
All right, hold please. Of course, I didn't have time to arrange it.
Oh no.
Well, you just
Can
got here.
I just tell you, I'm still laughing over rude pundits because my girlfriend keeps going on and on about AI, and we all have to
Hey, we got a story
learn
about
it,
that.
or we're going to be left behind. Stephen Hawking said that it was going to be the end of humanity. He
So did the guy that
predicted
invented it.
Yeah. So either way, I don't know. Think of the future and
Skynet is
humanity.
here.
So hard to decide.
Skynet is here.
Well, now we know that if something happens to you, we can just,
Generate her.
yeah,
Well, yeah, that's-
AI generator.
right? Guy that owns a show that's trying to kill me for the life insurance money, he was already figuring out how to 2-pack my ass and
He's
do that
look-
sexy liberal tour till the end of time.
Yeah, he's been looking
It
into
doesn't
that.
matter if I'm dead. Just,
Yeah.
"Oh, here comes Angela. Just, is that how my,
No, that's it. That's exactly how you
that's
sound
how my
and look.
hologram talks?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
You're not supposed to just know you're dead, though, right? So I shouldn't be going, oh, here comes Angela. Like, I shouldn't, right?
Holograms are not dead people.
Right.
They're just holograms.
Right. Can I have someone named Jen that works with? Oh, Jen Kirkman.
Yeah.
Jen and the hologram. Let's
There you
do
go.
that.
Jen and the holograms.
And the sexy liberal tour.
Okay.
Rude Pundit said, I'm up at 6:30 Pacific this morning on the Stephanie Miller Show until I'm replaced by an AI that just makes random sodomy jokes about political leaders. That is what Rude Pundit's AI would be.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, my girlfriend was saying, she said, I can plug you in and do it whatever and say Stephanie Miller comedy routine, and it
will generate something.
Right.
Yeah.
It'll generate something.
Yeah, I imagine it would just be like,
I tried it once, and I'm like, wow, this is like really accurate. Yeah.
Creepy.
It's
I think
crazy.
it's going to be creepy.
Oh no, they have VO AI now.
Oh, VO, yeah, and
Like
photo
big time.
AI, and
It's big time.
yeah, video AI.
Oh, here it is. It's the giant iceberg of a penis and balls.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's Fun Stack. See?
I
Now
was wondering.
everything's
If,
better.
I was wondering if you're going to pull that off.
That's
with
a good
Fun
one.
Stack.
Now when I'm talking about mass shooting of children, I just
Yeah.
thought, oh, what's fun? Here it is. Chili Willy photo.
Chili Willy, that's fantastic.
Uh-huh.
Oh, there's a lot of jokes.
Yeah.
Someone said that's ice from that can provide for the stiffest drink. Just keep them coming, so to speak. Yes, a photo of a phallic iceberg off the Canadian coast prompts photographer Ken Pretty, who
And pretty.
is literally from the town of Dildo.
I
thought
look
that was a
up.
joke.
That can't be
I had
real.
to look it up.
No.
And yes, there is a town of Dildo, Newfoundland.
Yes, I believe the
No.
headline:
Yes.
"Dildo photographer
Yeah.
photographs
Penis.
iceberg." Yes.
No.
I had to double check that.
Yeah, that is the formation at sea. That's
Uh-huh.
very, very phallic.
My goodness.
Twig and berries.
Hey, twig and berries.
Wowee. Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Goodness gracious.
Penis iceberg dead ahead.
Uh-huh.
Watch out, Titanic.
Oh, well, you know what?
But
Canada had to be given some nice thing because Gordon Lightfoot died.
yes, he did.
You know, I don't know why this would affect me because I'm obviously not a baby boomer, right?
You're
Jody,
too young to have
I'm
known
a-
his music.
You heard it on the
Gen-
oldies station.
What would I be? I am at 41 Gen X, right?
I think you're a millennial.
No, you're a millennial.
Oh, I'm a millennial.
No.
Right. How did I not know that? I'm sorry.
Gen
I
X are in their 50s now.
Yeah, we're in our 50s.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's y'all. I'm 41.
That's you.
Could you start Wreck of the Eminent Fitzgerald?
Well, I mean,
So I can get
I
through
have
this
the other song, the Rocky Mountain Mike song that he did.
Oh, okay. All right. Yes, he supplied the soundtrack for Baby Boomers.
You
So
wouldn't know.
I hesitate to say how much I love him because obviously I'm too young.
Oh, no, but
to
you
have
listen to
loved
the oldies station.
If
That's
you
how
could
you know.
read my mind, love. Yeah. And then our favorite, The Wreck of the Eminent Fitzgerald, because that was back in the day when songs were very long stories.
Well,
They-
American
every
Pie.
song was an onion belt story.
Yes.
They were
Went
ballads.
on and on.
They were
and
telling a
on.
story like a
And
good
then
ballad.
one time
They were
the
balladeers.
captain got a hangnail and then it was over. He stopped and got a pedal.
All right, so who's up for a great bottle of wine? Well, according to a recent survey, about 62% of the country is ready to raise a glass. But how do we decide what it is that defines a great wine when all of our palates are so uniquely different? Imagine a fun and interactive process that actually takes your preference into consideration, allowing you to create, design, and even package a wine that's right for you, your event, or clientele. Welcome to Blendtique Wine Company, and welcome to your wine. Blendtique invites you to participate in a revolutionary new process whereby the everyday consumer can create and design a personalized wine blend from the comfort of home. Whether blending is an individual, date night activity, wedding party, or restaurant tour, our one-of-a-kind system helps put the power of creativity back into the only discerning palate in the room that matters, yours. Welcome to Blendtique Wine Company, and welcome to your wine.